Jill sandwich.
Hi there, Presley here. Resident Evil Revelations 3 is long overdue. With the numbered main entries in the series coming to an end, let's look at what's in store for the future of this spin-off series. Since Revelations 2 was released, Resident Evil has taken a drastic change in its gameplay. Resident Evil 7 made the move from third-person gameplay to first-person gameplay. This was first seen in Resident Evil Survivor on the PlayStation 1. Revelations 1 and Revelations 2 were both third-person survival horror games. The big question is, will Revelations 3 follow Resident Evil 8 and continue with the first-person gameplay, or stick to the third-person gameplay of Revelations 1 and 2? With the success of Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, which were both third-person, it is likely that Revelations 3 will continue to be a third-person game. Furthermore, Revelations 1 and Revelations 2 were both very different experiences. Revelations 1 played very similar to Resident Evil 4. It was survival horror with the over-the-shoulder combat. It also had that claustrophobic horror atmosphere of being trapped on the cruise ship. Revelations 2, on the other hand, was much more of a survival game. There was an emphasis on item management and also gathering goods to craft weapons and ammo. Players were also encouraged to avoid combat with the stealth system and characters who had limited attacks. Although some fans had an appreciation for it, the stealth gameplay from Revelations 2 just did not feel like Resident Evil. Revelations 2 was released in a time where Resident Evil was having some kind of identity crisis. Capcom were in an experimental phase, and it seemed like they'd wanted to draw inspiration from popular games at the time. Revelations 2 had many similarities to The Last of Us. This is where it seems that the stealth gameplay was inspired from. Stealth gameplay could be used to great effect in Revelations 3, though it should be used sparingly. Revelations 2 also had the character switching and 2 separate campaigns. Revelations 3 should combine the best from both of these games. For example, the character switching in Revelations 2 wasn't the most enjoyable of experiences. Revelations 3 should, however, have 2 separate campaigns. The playable character from one campaign should be much like Claire or Barry from Revelations 2. This campaign should play out like classic Resident Evil survival horror with an emphasis on combat. The playable character for the second campaign should be much like Moira or Natalia in Revelations 2. This campaign should have an emphasis on puzzles and avoiding combat with stealth. The lead character in the second campaign should not have access to any weapons. This will make players feel helpless and add to the horror atmosphere. A feature from Revelations 1 that should be brought back is the item scanning. There was something incredibly satisfying about walking into a new room and scanning everywhere to find all the hidden items. This, of course, was a much better approach to hidden items than Moira's flashlight and Natalia's pointing. Once again, having to change from Claire or Barry to scout out for hidden items really broke up the pace of the game. So the playable character in the first campaign should have access to the item scanner. The playable character in the second campaign could have the use of the flashlight, or it could just not have hidden items altogether. One aspect from Revelations 1 and Revelations 2 that should continue in Revelations 3 is the weapon upgrades and parts system. The Revelations series has a simplified weapons upgrade system that is both simple and satisfying. Players find parts on their journey which they could attach to their weapons at a workbench. This system could be used and improved upon in Revelations 3. This is a great opportunity for an eccentric merchant character to be added in Revelations 3. Players could sell unwanted parts and weapons for cash. In turn, they can use this cash to buy better parts, weapons, and upgrades from the merchant. The players should also be able to buy player upgrades like increased health and movement speed. Much like Resident Evil Village, there is a lot of potential for a merchant in Revelations 3. The Revelations series introduced new characters to the Resident Evil canon. Some of these characters, as well as returning favourites from the main series, should be developed in Revelations 3. Fan favourite Jessica should make a return in Revelations 3. I'm sure there are at least a few fans wondering what she got up to after the events of Revelations. There are rumours that Natalia from Revelations 2 would be playing a lead role in Revelations 3. The game that is codenamed Resident Evil Outrage is expected to be the third part in the Revelations series. The rumours are that this game will be set in a university and follow a grown-up Natalia. The university setting would also have that claustrophobic horror atmosphere like Revelations 1. Rebecca Chambers is also rumoured to make an appearance in this game. These rumours fit perfectly with the parallel campaigns theory. Rebecca Chambers' campaign would be classic Resident Evil with an emphasis on combat. Natalia's campaign, on the other hand, she will have no weapons and have to rely on stealth for survival. There is of course the potential for great set-piece moments when these two characters cross paths. Let me know what you think of this idea in the comments section. Before we look at the next point, I would just like to say if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Resident Evil Revelations 3 should have improved co-op features. Revelations 1 had online co-op for raid mode. Revelations 2 improved on this by allowing split screen in the campaign and in raid mode. Revelations 3 should have full support for split screen and online co-op in both the campaign and raid mode. This simply gives players more options when wanting to enjoy this game with a friend or a stranger. And there you have it, features that Resident Evil Revelations 3 must include. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Prez1990 for more videos. You could also follow me on Twitter at _Prez1990. I tweet up-to-date gaming news as and when I receive it. All that's left for me to say is take care, and I'll see you in the next video.